Hey, this is Keetyn.
And this is Jade, and you're listening to the Made for More Girls podcast. This is episode 2.
Episode 2.
If you were here today, me and Keetyn just want to say thank you.
Bless.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We hope you enjoyed the first one. We're going to get in and start this off with a very funny story that we talked about in the first one. So I'll let Keetyn tell you.
Yeah, last episode we talked about kind of our first little tiff as friends and whenever we moved into each other. So if you came from last episode, we're going to be explaining Toilet Gate. Toilet Gate. Okay.
You're not ready.
The infamous. Okay, so pretty much tensions were on the horizon in the house already because living together and not is two completely different things when it comes to friendships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Especially
we're already
when one makes a chore chart.
1000%. So tensions are already a little high, running a little high. Well, all of a sudden, one night I go take a shower and I go pee. Literally, numero uno. Number one. I got out of the shower and I realized that like the toilet was not flushing and it was like overflowing. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Mind you, this is a single wide, so everything it's old and new, but lots of things are wrong with this place.
But it's like a remodeled
Yeah.
single wide. So it's like I feel like you should have expected a little bit more from this place. But the piping and all the things were done by some not so very smart people.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we had some toilet problems prior to this. So I went number one and I get out of the shower and I'm walking to me and my boyfriend's room, now my husband. And I told my boyfriend and Jade's boyfriend at the time, hey, the toilet's clogged. I didn't go number 2. I just went number 1. And I don't know how you can clog a toilet doing that. I really don't.
Yeah.
So I literally told them I need someone to go unclog it or whatever. They couldn't get it unclogged. So then the next day, me and Austin are out and about and we get a Snapchat from her boyfriend at the time. And it says, just dug up all the piping and everything. And pretty much like, if you're using baby wipes to go to the bathroom, you need to stop.
Ooh.
And that's what's made the whole clog. Like, apparently he pulled like a whole wadded ball out of the piping of dude wipes. Yes, dude wipes. I have never in my life used baby wipes or dude wipes or whatever to go to the bathroom. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Well, we weren't using them either.
He was.
I didn't know that.
Your boyfriend was. And he was like, so just letting y'all know, we don't need to be using those anymore. And I literally texted him and I was like, who is we? Who is we? Because we have not been using them. And he was like, yeah, y'all have and did it. And I was like, on my life, I have never used a freaking dude wipe to do that, like to go to the bathroom. Never, ever, ever. And Austin was like, I don't use them either. That's weird. And he was like, oh, so I'm the only one using them? And we were like, yeah. And that pissed us off because then he was like, y'all are going to have to pay for the plumber to come out here and we were like, we are not going to pay for crap whenever we have not been the ones causing the toilet clogging. And mind you, after all of these, like, we are all good friends.
I was about to say, they are still friends with this person.
Yeah, we are still friends with him and like we laugh about it now and all the things, but like that's really what broke the camel's back in us moving out and literally having our first friend breakup.
Dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
I feel like I used them before, but I throw them away, like in the trash can. But then that grossed me out too because you don't want that. Like unless you have like a baby diaper throwaway trash can, that's kind of gross.
I just use toilet paper because I feel like that's the safest option.
Yeah. So the lesson to learn from this is to one, know that dude wipes do not truly flush. They're not flushable no matter what they say.
They really aren't. They literally get clogged up, especially if you have crappy piping.
Old piping. Yeah. And then 2, unclogging a toilet is never a woman's job. If you're having to do that, then your husband is slacking. I have clogged my toilet just a couple of times. And it's my husband's job. I don't care if it was pee, poopy, nothing. I don't care. It's my husband's job. So
That's crazy that you say that because I will never. I've clogged the toilet a couple times, and every time I don't let Austin come in there.
oh, he's my husband. He
I,
gets to see it all.
see, listen, and that's the thing is Austin has seen it all because I've literally been in the hospital and he's had to like bathe me and literally sit there while I've gone to the bathroom. I don't know what it is. I just get extra embarrassed
Oh my
whenever
gosh.
it's clogged.
You're
I
too
don't know.
kind.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, this is episode 2, and I feel like we have a good story baseline in there to get us started for
Yes,
today.
that was perfect that you talked about kind of what Austin's been doing, helping you through everything. Because today we are going to talk all about Keetyn's Crohn's.
Woo woo.
So,
So interesting.
this will be definitely a back and forth. You're going to hear so much about her, kind of her testimony, her life, and it's something that she got diagnosed with very young, and we really haven't talked about it in a long time. Like we have not truly
sat
just
down and talked
sat
about it.
down and gone from when you got diagnosed to now. And so I think this will be a 2-part series, but we're just going to get down into the nitty-gritty of it because I don't think that until the past couple years I even realized what you were going through at such a young age. And so we're here to bring awareness to Crohn's and what it is and just kind of share her story. So we will take it back to the very beginning. So my first kind of 2 questions are, what was the first moment you remember thinking or knowing that something wasn't right, something was different about your body? And then like, what did other people, whether it be friends, family, anything like that, what did they think was going on?
So I remember back when I was like 7 or 8, really having like major stomach aches, or what I thought was like stomach aches. And I remember like my whole family would be like, "Oh, Keetyn, just take some Tylenol, you're fine." And back then it really was ibuprofen because we didn't know any of the things that we know about ibuprofen now, that it's awful for you. But as I got into my 5th grade year, early into my 5th grade year, I was not able to keep food down. Like it would just go straight through me. And when I mean like straight through me, I would sit down to eat a bowl of ramen noodles, and I would be 2 minutes into eating them and I'd have to go to the bathroom. And not to get too graphic or anything, but it was not a good bathroom experience.
Oh, I bet not. Ramen noodles should not come out that quickly.
Yeah. And it was one of those things of like, it got to where my parents noticed that I was going to the bathroom all of the time. Like, could not be out in public without having to go to the bathroom. And I was honestly terrified to go out in public. So I would hold it and it would make everything hurt more. And so I want to say it was November of my 5th grade year. And my parents had started to notice that I was starting to bleed more, like bleed out of that end. And so they were like, "This is not normal." They thought it was a stomach bug, but then it just wasn't going away and it was getting worse.
Yeah. And that's terrifying as a parent for your child to be bleeding.
Yeah. And I was losing so much weight. Like I had lost 15 pounds, a 5th grader.
Yeah.
A healthy 5th grader, because I was playing volleyball, all the sports. And I lost 15 pounds. And honestly, it was so sad. I look at pictures and it's so sad. But I lost 15 pounds in like 2 or 3 weeks. And I really didn't have weight to lose. It was just.
Yeah. You're already small.
Yeah, I was already really small. And so then January, I went to an actual like GI doctor, and he was like, "Hey, I need y'all to stay the night because we're going to do a colonoscopy tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I know what's going on, but I need to make sure."
5th grade,
Yeah,
colonoscopy.
5th grade, yeah.
For those who don't know, that is a procedure where they stick a camera into your bottom and look at all of your lower intestines.
They went up and down.
Okay, so they also did an EGD. So they went through the throat, same sort of camera, and look at basically all of the colon, stomach, throat, all that good stuff to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And best nap I've ever gotten, though. I will say. This is the best nap ever. Literally, no one really knew what was going on. We just thought it was like a stomach virus or something. And the doctor quickly said, that is not what's happening. It's something much more serious. And if we don't get a hold on it here soon, your daughter's going to have cancer. So
Terrifying.
terrifying. And I didn't know that until a few years later.
I don't know if I knew that,
Yeah.
actually, until
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I've had a couple of cancer scares.
That's actually so insane. So that was a perfect spot for you to say that, just because my next question was going to be, when you heard the words, you have Crohn's, what was that moment like? Did you even understand what that meant? Like, what your life was going to look like forever? Because it's now something that's, your life has changed. You are
Mm-hmm.
not the same person that you were a couple months ago. This is going to be a whole different routine, different diet,
Mm-hmm.
just whole different world for someone so young. What was that like?
Honestly, I didn't really know what it meant a whole lot whenever the doctor initially said that this is what was going on. I kind of relied on my parents to really tell me about it
Mhm.
and what it implied and things. And I think that my parents chose their words very carefully
Mhm.
with me being in fifth grade. And with that, I was able to not be as scared. And
Mhm.
my dad kind of always instilled that in me growing up, was to not be scared of things, and that, God's got us. We're fine. No need to freak out over something that, was in the plan all along.
Mhm.
And, the basic thing of God doesn't give his toughest battles to anyone but his toughest soldiers,
Mhm.
all that. So all I knew was that I was going to have this for the rest of my life. I
Yeah.
didn't know that I knew there wasn't a cure. They were like, we have medicine for you. Like at the time I was severe. I was a severe case, but they said, we have medicine for you. You're going to be fine. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We're going to load you up. I think I was taking like 23 pills a day at that point,
Mm.
because they were like, you're so far gone that we have to attack it.
Yeah. That's with everything we got.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So I didn't really know what that meant,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna be fine. I don't think I can do anything but be fine.
You're like, I'm just playing volleyball and
Yeah,
getting my
I
dust done.
just I just want to play volleyball and go about my days and all the things. So it didn't really hit me that my life was really going to change all that
Yeah.
much, especially because my parents said it's not going to change your life unless you let it. Like that's what my dad always told me. Like you can either crawl in a hole and let this thing control your life, or we can do what we need to do to get things under control, and you can continue living your life like a normal kid. And I didn't want to not live my life like a normal person. So I was like, I guess the altar. I guess we're just going to do it.
But it's just insane because your body was literally fighting you every single day. And it's
Every day.
it's already hard enough to grow and figure out life already, just however you
Mm-hmm.
do that. And then you add this like invisible disease that most people probably didn't even know you were going through.
Mm-hmm.
They probably were like, oh, she's just a little skinnier. Oh, she just goes to the bathroom a lot. They're not even, or they may not even have realized that.
Yeah.
And so at least from my perspective, because for those that don't know, we met in sixth grade. So this would have been at least a year after she got diagnosed. She was so normal, like
Mm-hmm.
in my eyes. Like
Which, pause, I was talking to my dad about that the other day, and I was like, Jada's literally been here since the beginning. It was only a year after I was diagnosed that we became friends.
yeah,
So, like, you've been here literally since the beginning. Like, we were still trying to figure stuff out whenever we got to be friends.
which y'all, like from my perspective, it almost was like, oh, she just has a little tummy thing and she just, goes to the bathroom a lot. It was never like this serious thing. Like she just said, she was close to cancer and has been several times throughout our friendship and throughout the years. And her body was not okay and not functioning, and she just like completely normalized it and just had like this like insane amount of strength to just like push through, which is so impressive.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
amazing.
Thank
It's
you, friend.
amazing. But as far as school goes and volleyball and things like that,
Hmm.
do you feel like you missed out on things as a kid?
I don't feel like I missed out on things. I feel like you said, people just didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And because people don't talk about it, it's such an embarrassing, quote unquote, embarrassing thing to talk about going to the bathroom or like
Yeah.
stomach issues or whatever. So many people have it. Okay.
But
Literally, so many people have it. And they just don't talk about it because, like, literally, I've talked to so many people and they have said, Keetyn, I don't ever talk to anyone about this, but I know that you have Crohn's and I just want your opinion on so and so.
yeah,
But so many people deal with it and they don't want to talk about it because it's embarrassing.
which is weird because everyone poops.
Everyone. And I used to be so embarrassed. And that's one thing that I wish that I could go back and tell young Keetyn is like, baby, it's okay. Like, it
Yeah.
is okay. No one cares. No one is looking at you.
And the
No one
ones
cares.
the ones that do are not even worth your
Yeah,
time.
they're not even worth it. Not even worth it.
Yeah.
And if they judge you because you have this disease or stomach issues, or even if you ate some freaking Mexican food and it's not sitting well with your tummy
Yeah. I do it
and
all
your
the time.
tummy's hurting and you have to go to the bathroom, if someone's going to judge you because, hey, I really needed to go, couldn't hold it, whatever, that's a them problem.
Mm-hmm.
They're having some issues on their end.
I agree.
So I think, like, in retrospect to that, people didn't understand. And whenever people don't understand something, they tend to be harsh to it. And so, like, whenever I would have to miss practice for infusions or stuff, there would be some people who would have kind of an issue with that because I was a starter. I played all the way around. I didn't come off the floor. So it was like, well, Keetyn misses practice. Why is she starting? Or whatever. It's like, well,
Are you sick?
I wanted to be like, I might come in late to practice every now and again, but you don't understand. I'm busting my butt back from Lubbock
Yeah.
from getting an infusion and seeing the
Mhm.
doctor, which they literally say, if you get an infusion, you don't need to do anything the rest of the day.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like that is something that you need to rest. It's just like when you give blood, you need to literally not do anything. You don't work out.
Mhm.
Like you were supposed to go home and just not, rot on the couch. So the same for when she's getting these infusions of all the meds and such. Like it is something that your body needs rest because
Yeah.
it is trying to take in all the support that it has not had.
Yeah. And so literally it would be like, make sure you go home and rest. And me and my dad are like, tee hee hee, busting it back to Abilene. So that way I could go and like practice and not miss a day of practice before a game or whatever, because I did want to prove myself
Of course.
and say, like, I'm not going to give myself even an inch to slack off because I'm going to prove that I deserve to be here and I deserve to be in my spot, be doing what I'm doing. And that's what I felt for literally everything. And me and my therapist have talked about this. Shout out to Peggy. We love Peggy.
Peggy is the best.
Peggy's the best. She's helping me so much. Like, we've talked about it, about how, like, having Crohn's and getting diagnosed at such a young age has made me overcompensate and wanting to be normal in every other aspect of my life.
I believe it.
So, like, I try that much harder and that much more to be normal because I hate the fact that I have this disease so much. So, it's like I didn't give myself a chance to cry about it or
Yeah.
grieve it or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was just like, okay, we're gonna go, and I'm gonna be normal, and this is gonna be it. And I'm not. No one's gonna know that I'm struggling. No one. And that's caught up to me.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That's caught up to me. So we're
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I didn't really miss out on anything. It was just more of like people being harsh to what they didn't understand. And I think that that's what hurt me the most because with medicine, also steroids.
Yeah.
You puff up, you
Yep.
swell, things like that. So people don't know that I'm going through all of this pain and all of this uncertainty of like what is going on in my body. that these doctors are throwing medicines and steroids at me, and all they see is weight gain. And they're just
Yeah.
thinking, oh, she's getting fat, she's not doing anything at home, she's eating a bunch, whatever. No, actually, I'm doing the same exact thing that I was doing 2 months ago. I'm just literally retaining all of the water ever known to man.
You're just taking it all.
Just taking it all. So yeah, just people being rude, but I mean, nothing new. It's nothing new.
It's life.
It's life.
When do you feel like your mindset switched to actually start truly acknowledging what you had and like voicing it to people? Because I feel like, I mean, I knew about it, but I don't
Mhm.
feel like necessarily like everyone knew how in depth it was or how serious it was. So when were you like, this is who I am? I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you, you're gonna know about it, and like, yeah,
Okay, so I think in school I didn't tell a whole lot of people about it, or I didn't want people to know about it because I didn't want to be like, I guess I didn't want people like feel sorry for me.
yeah, the
And
sick girl.
I didn't want anyone to be like, "Oh, Keetyn, I'm so sorry." I don't want your pity. I don't
Yeah.
want it. I don't need it. I'm fine. So I would be that's why people didn't understand it, and I guess that's my fault. But at the same time, I just didn't want to be pitied, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to have the same expectations as everyone else,
Yes.
and
No special
yeah,
treatment.
no special treatment. I just wanted to be me and didn't want it to be Keetyn in parentheses with Crohn's. I
Yes.
just wanted to be Keetyn. And I think that mindset changed really whenever I got into college. For one, because I was getting more sick
Mhm.
and I was out of remission at that point. But another reason was because, like, I just had people around me that were like, Keetyn, you do not have to hide this. And specifically, my college volleyball coach, Kami Petrie, she just was like, you don't have to be strong. You do not have to be strong. If you are having a hard day, please tell us. Like, that's what me being your coach and your teammates being your teammates, that's what we're all here for,
Mhm.
is to literally bring each other up whenever you can't give 100% that day.
Yeah.
And she was like, in a lot of days you can't give 100% even though you want to. She was like, I know you and I know your care for everything is above and beyond, but like you can't. Your body doesn't let you. And so she was really behind a lot of that and just reminding me that, hey, even though you don't want this to be a part of you,
Mhm.
it is a part of you.
Yeah.
And you can accept it. Like, it's okay. It's okay that that's a part of you. It doesn't mean that you're screwed up or ruined or anything like that. So I think that's when I really started to do it. And then people started coming to me and just saying, hey, I struggle with, you know, UC, which is ulcerative colitis, or I have Crohn's, or I have stomach problems that we're trying to figure out at the doctor and
Mhm.
all the things. And so once I started talking to more people about it, it was more like, this is not so hard.
Yeah.
It's not
And
so
there's a
hard.
lot more people going through
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's not so hard. And I think that with how young I was diagnosed and how much I've had to go through with doctors and everything, I've gained some wisdom in the field.
Oh, 100%.
And so I felt a tug to help people and just give like my advice of, hey, this is what I've been through, or this is what didn't work for me, or this is what did work for me. And I think that's part of what God wanted, was
Yes.
for me to be able to relate to
Yes.
others and say, hey, don't go down this road because I did it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, yeah, like for instance, my little cousin, she's in high school right now. She got diagnosed with Crohn's, I want to say like a year ago,
Mhm.
a year and a half ago. And like I've been able to tell my aunt what has worked, what hasn't worked, and things like that. And I absolutely hate the fact that she's going through it in high school because I could not imagine like trying to find my way
In the
in,
beginning,
yeah, in
in
the
high
beginning
school.
in high school. So she's so strong. But yeah, I think that's what kind of made the flip, was just thinking how by opening my mouth about it, I could be helping others.
Yeah. I think that's why it's such a big part of your testimony though, and why I feel like there was a reason why you started so young. Like you said, you have
Mhm.
gained so much knowledge in this thing that so many people have, but so many people are too scared to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just, and not only you, like your dad and your mom and your sisters, they can reach out to people as well. So this,
Oh
like,
yeah.
your whole family, but especially you, has an opportunity to reach a group of people that are terrified or embarrassed to talk about something that is actually way more normal than people think, and that's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Like
that's the Lord's work.
my dad has reached out to so many people, and like he used to come home and tell me, Tater, guess who I told about you today? And it helped them because their kiddo's going through it.
Yes.
And if you're gonna hear my dad at some point on this podcast, he talks like that. I promise.
Jimbo.
Jimbo. Yeah, he has been probably my biggest advocate, and like he tears the roof off of a place to tell someone about what I've been through. And he will sit there and say, "This is what my daughter's going through. Let me tell you about it so that way you can help your kid." Like
Yeah.
he does not want any parent in his to go through what he went through whenever I was in the hospital just first getting diagnosed, because he had no idea. We
Yeah.
did not know what Crohn's was.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't either.
It was just not a talked about thing. It
Mhm.
was honestly pretty recent in the medical field that it was like a actual disease. And so it was like we had no idea what it
Yeah.
was.
And there's so many kids that have tummy issues.
There's so many. And
My
I don't
sister's
blame.
constipated all the time.
And
So.
listen, here's one thing is I do not blame my parents,
Mhm.
because my parents were some that were like, you had to be pretty close to dying
Yep.
for us to take you to the to the
Yep.
doctor. Like it was not, you got to be dying. But I don't blame them, because like what kid, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ate too much candy or you had a soda before you went outside and played and it jumbled around in your tummy
Yep.
and you have a tummy ache.
Yep. The kids are disgusting. You
Kids
probably
are
just picked
disgusting.
something up.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I don't blame them. I don't blame them
Yeah.
for waiting a couple of years, you know. It wasn't as bad as it was at the end. But whenever things started to get serious, they took it serious. So
I just love that something that is so tough on you has made you become an advocate and a voice for so many others.
well, thank you.
That is just such an amazing thing to have for everyone, just to help. And it can be taken in some, because there's so many lessons in life. You probably have so much more wisdom beyond just Crohn's. It's just when life is tough in general. How does God come in? How does he get other people to support his children when needed? There's just so many opportunities that you've got to be loved on and be helped through this. And then vice versa, you helping others.
Yeah.
And I just love
Well, I think that if you don't take something that's a part of your story, that is used as an opportunity to grow, like getting diagnosed with a disease, if you don't take that and you don't use that struggle to help others, I don't think you're doing what God is necessarily wanting you to do with that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's been, I've loved every second of talking to people about, you know, their struggles and stuff like that. But most of all, getting to tell people like my story in order to say like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Even the scariest things, it's okay. And if I can do it, oh my gosh. If me, let's be real. If me, like, I'm a drama. I'm a drama. If I can go through it, I promise you can go through it.
And that's not to say that Keetyn has not had some of the worst days of her life with this disease. That's just saying, like, don't let it get you down.
Yeah.
Don't let it control your life. Like her dad said, it's just something that you can either let it destroy you or you can
wake up and continue going.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just keep on trucking.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do a part 2 about kind of where Keetyn's at now. We talked about how 2025 was the worst year of our life, so she'll go into depth on that on the next episode. But Keetyn, is there anything else you want to talk about with you growing up with Crohn's? I didn't know. Did you want to just tell them some symptoms that you're experiencing?
Oh,
or like what you experienced growing up?
Definitely.
Some people probably don't know that.
Definitely. Throwing up, diarrhea. Ew, sorry. Got your butt.
Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite thing. Weight loss, for sure. And
Mhm.
some people, they do the opposite. They gain weight with Crohn's, which is absolutely wild considering what it does.
Yeah, you're literally losing all the nutrients in your body.
Yeah. And that's why you lose so much weight, is because things just go straight through and they don't have time to absorb into your body, and your body doesn't get any nutrition from it. So that's kind of why you lose the weight. I'm always anemic, which sucks. Always anemic, passing out. Golly, hair loss has been some from like my medications.
Yes, I remember that when you were younger.
Yeah, I had psoriasis like on my head from the medications. Just like fatigue, no energy, obviously nausea, vomiting,
Body aches and pain.
body aches, pain. Oh my gosh, joint pain.
Yeah.
Joint pain is awful. Also, no appetite. Like whenever you're in a flare up, you can have no appetite. And I got to where here recently, like this past year, I could only eat like 4 or 5 bites of a meal. And that was pushing it.
Which sucks because your body is begging for nutrients because it's losing all of it. And
but like literally you feel full. And so it's wild and nothing sounds good. And just like the thought of eating something makes you want to throw up. Let's see here. Oh, eyes. I didn't know this until literally this year. Crohn's can affect your eyes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There was a little boy that I learned about. He was having trouble with his eyes and they found Crohn's in his eyes.
Oh my gosh.
In his eyes. Yeah.
That is insane.
We found that out from the doctor. From my doctor.
So is it like blurry vision or?
Well, like for me, my eyes started getting a lot more blurry and like, I have always had lazy eyes. Like the more I look at a computer screen or a television or whatever, they start like blurring out on me. But it was in the mornings and like all day, it would just get progressively worse and worse and worse. So we pretty much figured out that it was from my flare up and all the medicine I was taking.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, a little boy found it in his eyes. That's how they diagnosed it. Was in his eyes.
That is just...
Isn't it wild? And like people don't understand that it literally affects everything. You do because it's an autoimmune disease.
But it's invisible.
It's invisible. And so you're like, oh, you look fine. I'm like, okay, I might look fine. You don't look stupid, but you are. Like, that's what I would say. Yeah. I'm not kidding.
Just pause for a second. Keetyn was the worst at comebacks when we were little, so I'm so proud that she just came up with that.
I didn't come up with it. I found it on Facebook.
Oh.
Because I'm a part of Crohn's groups on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Atlanta. No, and like my dad says that all the time too. He'll be like, well, you don't look stupid, but you are.
Y'all are ready for the Jimbo episode.
But I'm so serious. That's why I haven't talked about Crohn's in the past, is because people would be like, well, Keetyn, you look fine. I'm like, okay, but I feel like I'm dying.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you said that.
I'm so happy that I look okay on the outside, because trust me, I am dying with how awful I feel on the inside. And some days also, being that it's an autoimmune disease, there are days when like it takes all of your strength to get up out of bed. Because it's just like your body is literally constantly fighting itself.
Yeah.
So it's just so rough. But we can get into all of that next episode.
Yeah, if you thought that was crazy, the last year is even crazier.
Oh, the last year has literally put me on my deathbed. That's fine though.
In due time,
More to come. More to come. More to do. So, I'm going to pray us out today. This is Keetyn, by the way. If you can't tell us apart yet. I'm going to pray us out. And so, if you will and are able to and willing to, would you please bow your head with us so that way we can bless you. All right, dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us outreach all of these people. And I pray that with this testimony that you have let me impact at least one person, and you have allowed my words to have at least one person feel heard and feel a little understood in their hard and difficult time that they're having, whether that's with stomach problems or just with life problems in general. I hope that they got the motivation they need to keep going and to feel that, they were heard a little bit in this episode, Lord. I thank you for Jade and thank you for giving her the wisdom to ask the right questions and just allowing her to really be an advocate as well for all of this stuff, especially being the nurse that she is, wanting people to be understood and wanting people to be helped. I thank you for sending your son on the cross, and I pray for, whoever's listening to this right now, just to feel your love and feel that we are here to help them in no matter what way or what space imaginable that we can. I thank you for your love and your grace and your mercy that you constantly give us every single day. We love you so much, and it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Alrighty, guys. Well, that was episode 2.
I love that, this is a thing. I just can't get over it.
And y'all, we are going to start recording video soon. I don't think y'all are ready to see, our facial expressions, just all the things. It's going to be so much fun, and I think that y'all will love getting to put, a face to our voices.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we sound alike. I feel like we know each other, so we sound different, but
yeah.
All that to say, we're so excited for what's to come. But just like we said last episode, follow us on all the things: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Like and subscribe everything. We are just trying to reach out and get to know as many people as possible.
Comment too.
Comment all the things. Remember, just like we said last time as well, if there's anything you want us to talk about, anything at all, just let us know, and we will come on here and talk about it.
Yep.
We're just so excited that, like she said, this is so much fun.
This is so much fun.
We're having a blast. We hope y'all are too. So once again, thank you so much for listening.
Mm-hmm.
And just remember to stay messy, honest, and remember that you are made for more.
You are made for more.
More.
Bye, guys.
Bye.